had a vision, and I normally don't have them. I felt like I was grabbed by the neck and I couldn't breathe. And I thought, I'm gonna die. And I said, God, where are you? And I had a vision of the enemy who took the, I'm gonna say this lightly, took the form of somebody that I know and had me by the neck and was choking me to death. And I know that sounds crazy. And that's where I was like, God, you're supposed to be here. Where are you? And from the corner of my eye, I looked, and literally the corner of my eye, I saw the edge of God's robe. I don't know how I knew it was God. I just knew that was the edge of his robe. And it was like darkness, but I knew it was God. And I remembered the psalm where it says that the clouds were dark when he got up from his throne. And I saw his hand reach out against the enemy, and it was, the enemy was here, and he had his hand out. And I knew what that meant. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that meant that's as far as you're allowed to go. That's as far as I will let you touch her. And God was furious. I don't know how I knew, but God was furious against the enemy. And in that moment, it was like I was in third person, and I could see how weak the enemy actually was. Like a very old person who could barely do anything. And I knew that God was showing me that I need to fight against these emotions, because the enemy was using my own emotions against me to make me believe that he was stronger than me. God determines how much the enemy is allowed to attack you, because he has to ask for permission. And sometimes God says, you are only allowed to go up to this point. Understand that God fights for you. As a believer, God is there. We don't always see him, but you need to fight against the emotions that come raging at you, that the enemy uses against you. And I pray that this is an encouragement to those watching, because it encouraged me. When the enemy came to attack me again, I knew, and I stood my ground. I said, you are so weak and you have zero power.